You've got to make sure you've got a reasonably deep map pool. You've got to play more than 3 maps, but it's not as bad as having to play a best of 7. 3 stacks up close to B ramp. This is very aggressive from NIP, and so far not so good. Big entries for the Glock. Rez does not want to stick around. Lucky that they run out of bullets, so he can hold tight and wait for his teammates for the retake. But that is a horrible start for the Ninjas.
With how far they are, it's all just a matter of making sure that they can do some damage. The T's looking to hunt. Confidence builders to be lined up.
All right.
Couple of frags.
Pretty crisp from Rez. Yeah, pretty crisp, pretty crisp. It's a shame that he's not given the opportunity to do that early round. You're not saving a lot here, to be honest.
They're just going to try and take this bomb site the old-fashioned way. A basic execute with smokes to go. Some damage exchange with the USBs, and if Wrinkle can be problematic here, then this is actually a doable round. Alex has already found the second casualty. Wrinkle turns around just in time. And that leaves 2 players to try and defend. How is this falling apart? Heroic might be stopped before they find their third. Alex continues to put out the decimation with his Galil. And a 4K from him.
A nice little resurgence for them. Isaac in for a nasty surprise around this corner. How does he deal with it?
Oh, the audio cue, though, certainly helps. Isn't able to find more than one, but at least ripens them up for the kills. Smoke to allow some mobility as Maxter is looking to get a bit closer to the bomb site. A fair bit of space that Heroic can absolutely negotiate with. And with some HP being lost on the CTs as well, this is a more than doable round. But Alex, once again, even when it's unlikely, he's always willing to pull it back. Maxter, an insane shot through the smoke and through the box. Sudden Nerds, not a whole lot they can do to fight back. Incredible work, and you can hear the screams as well. Maxter, at least with respect to this tournament in particular. Solid win against Ends for their opening matchup. Maxter, beautiful work to pop open the smoke. And Rez has found a little bit of trouble in this position. Seems to be getting caught out a little more than he expected. And with NIP being a man down, this is suddenly looking a lot more doable. Wrinkle, uncharacteristic of him to miss a shot like that. But all the pieces are in place. Readied up for that B-side aggression. I think Shush is having a bit of technical issues over down towards middle, so this may as well functionally be a 3 versus 3. Never mind. I think he's recovered. Yeah, I can see it on the map now.
Yeah, let's have a
No.
good, no, maybe not. Maybe not.
Sliding.
No, he's running in the right direction now. Okay, I think we're good to go. 45 seconds on this clock, then still stuck up outside of the B-bomb site, and Dexter's going to miss the mark too.
Oh, I think Shush is just trying to still make it palatable, even though the tech issue is kind of making it difficult for him to be relevant in this round. Tries to throw off some of their attention, so create some distraction. But Maxter is going to be the big difference maker here. The AWP is there to secure him. Wrinkle buys him a little bit of time. Still a 2-on-2. Nerds, beautiful swing out. Isaac responds. And this nade, it could clean house. No, Dexter avoids, but that's another missed shot. And he might want to stick to the bomb plant. No, Isaac shuts him down even through the plank. A 1v1 being won out. NIP just continuing to solidify their lead. And Heroic, they might be in a bit of trouble here, Josh. Everything that could go wrong ended up actually following that path. NIP, they feigned some presence on middle, but they're actually going to go for it initially. Dexter, incredible couple of shots to be finding, and that is full mid control being given up to Heroic. If they don't funnel themselves into the firepower that is waiting on the B bomb site, you know that NIP are immediately going to be calling it off. Wrinkle, he's pulling the rope a bit. Still trying to make it palatable, but they're hoping that this Opper is the only one on the B bomb site. Problem is, their play is fully telegraphed. They're going to be expecting it. What a shot, Wrinkle, making up for the misses of days gone. And I'm not sure if they're going to fully double back towards the A bomb site. The CTs are kind of making it a bit obvious that they're fully collected on the B site, though. Wrinkle misses a shot, but it's okay. Rez there for recovery duties, and Heroic, despite their stellar start, they have to try and play it back from a 3 versus 2. And they're already going to be set up on A, Josh.
Wow. The gamble stack was the perfect read, and they've even got the read on the rotation. Wrinkle taking it all, does miss the last, but it does not matter. He's going to burn in his own flames as Nip would make it 6. And Wrinkle, they know what's waiting for them. It's a scary prospect. Smokes to come over, execution to commence. Wrinkle, vision obscured and does thread the needle, misses the shot, and as his teammates are overwhelmed, the Pistols actually get a little more than they bargained for.
No way. How is Maxter getting away with this? Comes through the smoke, but that's the bot spray. And Wrinkle and Rez, they might want to sit this one out. The Tech-9s reigning supreme, overwhelming, but they haven't dissuaded Rez from trying to go for it just yet. He's waiting for anything to come forward, any head that he can find. He's also got Wrinkle for the support. Flick isn't quick enough, and Wrinkle now knows that he's got to tuck his tail and back out of this one. The AWP's potent, but he can't split his bullet in 4, and he can't even save it. Heroic, they finally find some footing.
When it comes down to the battle of the AWPers, it's very one-sided. We saw it in that first map as well, between Pody and 910. Oh, decent trade, staying even here in middle. As Kicksat lands a very, very important head. Puts it back into a 2-on-2, a little bit messy. But now with NIP once again going for the stack up here towards B. It's a 50-50. The door's wide open for Heroic. If they knew it, they'd be running right over to A right now. Instead, they're walking into the trap and they don't even realize it.
Would be the second time, you know. It's happened before, and now they don't even have the numbers advantage that they did previously. Alex, his timing's perfect, and Wrinkle simply doesn't miss. NIP, convincing of a sell on the B bomb site as possible. And now Shush is going to start to call in the reinforcements. Maxter, the rifler that's really been popping off for NIP, he's there on time. AWP, though, to rip his head to shreds. Wrinkle trying to pull back on the rope a little bit, but it's a 3 versus 3, definitely doable. Flick doesn't get the second player. Shush and Tessies trying to hold down the line now. They need to get somebody on the defuse to start exposing the numbers. It's a little awkward for the CTs to find these players, especially with the smokes being part of the play, but Wrinkle's found the one prong that was the most problematic, and Shush now trying to go around the bomb site. Alex on the defuse, but his position should be known. He's a little off-center, but a stray bullet to the head. Does Wrinkle have enough time? Should be enough, barely, but NIP, I can't believe they get away with it. Maybe wanting to go for a bit of a double dip here. Wrinkle's on the radar with him as well. So they could re-establish mid-control. They're just going to have to be a bit careful about it. Oh, that's a headshot. Second player there to allow backup. But Rez quickly creeps right down under. And it's still a 3-on-3. Never a dull moment. Heroic always have to fight for their lives, even when they get an early advantage.
Once again, this A site been completely left open, so Nuts has found himself on default. But are his teammates going to be given the luxury, the space to pull this bomb over? The answer's no. Rez is there, a little bit of a whiff. Again, a lot of damage dealt. But now the numbers in Heroic's favor, a good chance to make this 4. As, yeah, there you go. Nuts will follow up. 1v3. Alex spots it, comes out on top, now swaps to the sniper. This is not going to be an easy clutch, but one that he has to go for. It's the final round of the half.
Doesn't really have the HP to go for a labored spray by any stretch of the imagination. Also lacking util. Actually does have a smoke, never mind, just misread the HUD for a moment. Not off of the AWP, shouldn't be able to get anything off of that. Just trying to stick it. Oh, Dexter!
Not like this, or what?
A spray bullet once again, Heroic.
They're going to be in a very, very good position to close this in their favor, and it's all guns blazing here towards the B side of things. Tissus going to be challenged, and, well, not a challenge that he can't handle. It's clean stuff.
Yeah, so much damage being done off the back of just him. Rez now in a 1-on-3, especially with the one-shot capability. He's avoided the first player. Ooh, goes past the dualies. And he's kind of in an awkward spot. Could get caught by the trifecta of these 3 pistols. Sneaks past and has lost a lot of HP in the process, at least to narrow down one of the angles. But it'll finally be Heroic
not getting the bomb plant, but still going for the force here. It's a dangerous game, and if they don't win it, then Heroic will be potentially good for 7. Jesus holding down the fort again. It's so clean.
Suddenly a lot more doable, especially because they've been able to keep these next couple of rounds very clean. A 2-round deficit, honestly, not the worst in the world, and obviously they get to sweeten it a little bit because NIP did go for those investments that they did. No bomb plan either. They're preemptively waiting for any utility that the T's might throw in their way. A bit of a triangle setup here. Rez knows there's a player in the corner. I think the Shadow might have given it away, and he's got to go through the flames. Wrinkle trained on the angle. And I think they have info on where the second player is as well. Testing may have given an audio cue. No. Shot to the back of the head. And it's still about as even as it can get. Lots of time elapsing as Heroic start winning some duels, but this tug of war has never gone uncontested from NIP. Tessie's great way to swing out, and I think Wrinkle now realizes that he's got to do it the old-fashioned way, but he simply can't. Alex, in the meantime, though, finds a tiny bit of space. I would have loved it if Wrinkle waited a little bit longer, but there's simply not enough time.
Yeah, that's a real shame. I fancy Alex's chances in a 2v1 if he's got a few more seconds on the clock. That's an unfortunate one. Wrinkle looking to get very aggressive. Oh, that's an awkward one to miss.
Yeah, look at this. Kickstun actually getting quite aggressive. Wrinkle instantly uses his op like a rifle and takes care of one. Wrinkle continuing to get aggressive. A second kill found. And Shush trying to even out the numbers. He's in the midst of the battlefield, and his teammates getting ready to join him as well. Tessie's trying to fight, but Wrinkle has demolished them all. 4K for the man to keep NIP chugging along. Yeah, it's very unfortunate to see that they immediately lose a piece. The only thing really going for them right now is the fact that Dexter has shut down any attention they could have drawn over towards the B bomb site, and the timer's actually ticking down fairly quickly. 35 seconds to go, and they've got to quickly get their best foot on any of these bomb sites. Kixon has got a lot to deal with. Here it comes, though. Shot after shot. We're seeing the NIP players win out every single one of their duels, and I cannot believe that's the shot that ends Nerds on the A bomb site. Barely saw his assailant there.
We have not seen that kind of energy from Heroic, have we? We really haven't.
I mean, it's understandable, right? Considering that NIP walked into a fully flooded bomb site of CT-sided players and they won every single duel with no contest. NIP, no attention on middle. They might just be booking it straight to the A bomb site. This is completely unprecedented. They've conditioned Heroic into a slower style of play, and now they're taking the bull by the horns. A site, there's no one behind the cash register. And they're gonna grab everything they want. Kixon, I think he was toying with the idea of pushing through the smoke, but he knows that it's a big risk to be taking when these are all the weapons you've got for 2 rounds. A very ballsy move from the NIP roster to just take it straight to the A bomb site. No stops whatsoever. Show you round 2 of what happened in the first half. Anyone would be grumpy at that point. Nurse and Maxter, quick meeting on middle. And it seems like the T's are winning out their engagement, but Tessie's wants to make sure that this is still very, very difficult for NIP to try and get past.
Throwing all their eggs into one basket, taking a major risk, but one that might just pay off with 40 seconds left. NIP are going to pull the trigger on this B side of things. There's a nasty surprise waiting. It's Dexter with his M4.
Yeah, not much you can do here unless Wrinkle goes as wild as he does. Nice little pot shot attempt. Dexter actually finds one. Now, unfortunately for them, they've only got 20 seconds, so there's really not a whole lot they can do.
One of the most competitive games here of Group A so far today. Can Heroic extend that further? A carpet of fire here towards the B ramp. Alex takes tons of damage and a bullet to the head to top it off. It's a big early advantage, but one that goes right back the other way.
I think Rez might actually be expecting the second player, but he knows he doesn't have enough HP to try and chance his attempt at a fight. 2 players already down for Heroic. If they decide to go over towards the A bomb site, there's only one defender in the form of Shush. And the wall's now slowly starting to close in on him. He doesn't even know it. There's 1 player in Donut, 2 coming in from main, and I really respect this. He knows that he needs to isolate at least one of these fools before it starts to become a problem. But an instant headshot to respond. It really looked like he might have gotten that fight, but now they're completely locked out of the A bomb site. There's a player that could make something happen. Wrinkle, though, destroys Nurse there, and Kixan, what can he do in a 1 versus 4? That's one trying to eke out the 1 versus 3. Caught with his molly out. Another headshot. Could this be it? Could he keep Heroic alive? He's got to do it against 2. And he's already brought it down to the 1 versus 2, but that is simply too much pressure. A couple shots in the back, and NIP are going to be able to get it done. Their 2nd win of the day.
They definitely felt like the better team there through and through, so it feels like a very deserved victory, but